control the tools.
She has marketing stuff and she has
Don't
like
lose the
workflow
soul.
stuff, etc. Right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go capture all her YouTube stuff, right? And then I'm gonna put it all in the NotebookLM, and it's almost like an Ask Grace type of tool. So anything I need to do, I'm gonna say, how would Grace do it? The goal in the end, though, right, is like I have a marketing assistant. So anything marketing, I have all these videos that I've seen that are valuable, and instead of going through trying to watch and recreate it, I now can say, how would I do this based on all the sources I have in NotebookLM?
I'm gonna take a note from Jay with that one. I would create a gem for that.
You're absolutely right for those workflows, bro. You have Durham. You have Google Workspace, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. It's like the best thing ever.
Oh, what I do know, what I am noticing about Google is what they do is they create a crazy foundation like Nano Banana or like just Gemini, and they repurpose it and reuse it for several things. Gemini and what's the thing y'all like? NotebookLM. You could do the same thing with Gemini that you can with NotebookLM, and you could create that gem. Everything with NotebookLM, you can create that gem with Gemini. The same technology. They just repackaging it really good, which is, not wrong with it. But
But the problem is the source, though, right? Like NotebookLM is the thing that it is you can use only your sources versus using everything that's on the internet.
It's a gem. Customize it. It's a gem.
Yeah, I would say that it does a great job. For NotebookLM does a great job. But yeah. I mean, I'm just letting you know, like Google got unlocked, man. Like you have to go get like the Google Workspace. Like you get so much. It's you know what it is. It's crowded. But I know what you're saying. Like with a NotebookLM, it's like you're able to go ahead and use your particular sources and not necessarily worry about it going out and finding a different answer of the same name. But yeah, I gotta take a look at some of the Grace's videos, because I know that if I open up a gem and I just put the link there, it'll do exactly what you just mentioned. Like it'll put her link there, and then you ask it a question, and then it'll find the top performing videos, and then it'll let you. It might not be her videos. It'll say, "Hey, this person was also talking about your friend that you were doing. Do you want me to watch these videos and give you insight?" And then you continue to have those conversations. So, I mean, Google obviously is there. I don't know if OpenAI is there, because I don't know if it could do the videos for OpenAI.
Nah. That's where that whole Google YouTube ownership connection. That's where they winning right there, because you don't have to really watch all the videos, because that's what takes the most time, and then trying to go back and listen to it again, make sure you got it. And if you're actually trying to create something, you got to slow the video down while you're creating it, like versus just asking a tool a question. Like that's based on those videos. So that's where I'm trying to get to with that. I think if I understand gems correctly, though, I would still have to ask the question. Then I would have to set up the gems based on the response, right?
Well, it really depends as to like, yeah, but you would be able to go and do the instructions, right? Like you have in NotebookLM, you'll be able to go and set up the instructions as to what you want it to do, how you want it to go ahead and go through its workflow. So I mean, like I said, like NotebookLM is probably the professor, and then Gem is probably like the A+ student in the class.
Right.
I was trying to think. There's another guy, and I just wish I did a better job. He used to work at Google as well, but he's more productivity, and he like tells you like how to be a better like program manager and manage your time and your days. Those two are gems. She makes you like think about it in a way that you can monetize, like you can like build a business. He makes you think about it as to how to be productive in your 40-hour work week.
But you need both. That's good.
I'm gonna send you guys this. His name is like Eric Coffey. His name is Eric Coffey, and like I don't know how I stumbled upon him last night. Maybe I was just bored, but he was talking about. That's why I asked you about sam.gov. He was talking about like contractors and then small business liaison officers, and how they have pressure to spend like, I think it's like $92 billion before the end of this quarter. I'm not sure how real that is, but it just made me think as to what is the job of a small business liaison officer. And they are supposed to be helping small businesses or looking for small businesses to go ahead and help with the contracts that they might be falling into. So I thought that it would be a great idea just to go ahead and see, like, just throw our names in the hat to see if small business liaison officers are trying to help small businesses like ours, and then see
Hmm.
exactly what services we can provide there.
Ain't that what Mary was talking about that time? Like last year when
Yeah,
we were talking to her? That's
yeah,
exactly what she was talking about. It's funny, I just talked to her last week.
real
She
nice.
can provide some guidance for sure.
There you go.
Well, wait a minute. I think I did see the record button. Wait a minute. Okay, 29
All
minutes.
right, go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all got 30 seconds. Spend your 30 seconds.
I mean, I did check when I came up, and I was like, "Yo, it says recording." I was like, "Yo, it says recording started by case transcription." Started by
Yeah.
case. So I was like, "Yo,
What are you doing, man?
nah, we got
I'll
that."
eat it. We had the transcript, but no, or did no? I think we only had the I can't remember, but yeah, either way, yeah, that's on me.
You always
All
get the
me.
transcript. You always get the
I'm known for it now, so
yeah.
check behind me, please. It's
That's
official.
fair. That is
Yeah.
fair, man. But yeah, but
Yeah.
I guess the question that I have is like, what's new in AI? And then also is like, as the podcast grows, as do we think that we're gonna have like a fourth box for like a guest? You know how it's just us three right now, and we just basically talk small business. What type of small business guest would we actually look towards? Like,
I
is
would
that
love, I would love guests that's gonna be disrupted on a high level. I saw Elon say the other day, it's a waste of time for a brain surgeon to go to school now. In 4 or 5 years, it's no way that you're gonna let a person. And I'm not saying Elon, everything you have to believe out of him, but like that's a dude. That's I don't know. What do you think about that? Some doctors I talked to feel like no, they're good, and I think they're just stuck in just because they've been good. But the new doctors and the new surgeons coming in, that's a whole different ball game.
I
I
have
would.
no idea what you're talking about.
well,
All right,
I
are
think
we talking about
yeah.
doctors or
Well, I
are we
still
talking about small business experts or what? What are you talking about?
yeah, we can do small business experts, doctors, but I do think like AI is a tool that doctors need to learn how to use. So that's what I do believe. It's like maybe the brain surgeon is still going to need to have the human element, but then you still like you have AI to go ahead and do that. But yeah, so if that's the case, then we got to see what doctors we can get on the show, just to go ahead and ask them. But it's also going to be like a show like if we're talking it like you for disruption, then we're just going to be grilling them like, why are you going to school if AI is going to do your job?
Well, to your point, right? I was thinking about this. I got a presentation next month with a potential client, and they don't use AI as much. And one of the things I thought about is we're used to asking, Google questions, right? You say, where can I find what are those shoes called? Nike Mind or whatever.
Yeah, Mike, like you mind all ones. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So where can I find the Nike Mind 001s or whatever? Versus now, and people are still doing the same thing with AI, right? You ask, you know, my kid wants to know the Pythagorean theorem, help me explain it, right? But really, where you start excelling is when you start to ask AI, what questions should you be asking? Versus, so more strategy versus getting an answer to a question. And I think that's where people are different, and you start to see high performers. So, instead of using Remi's example, instead of a doctor going in saying, where's this bone, what's the smallest bone right next to it, or how do I do this procedure? It's more like, that same stuff that the drug companies are doing and using AI to help solve problems or ask what the right question is. So to me, that's just a big difference.
That's a good take. What do you think
Yeah.
about going to the doctor? You know how they have all these telenet options now that you just go to the doctor on your
Yeah.
thing. You know, there's services. The lady you sent me,
Yeah.
always doing those conferences, and the technology they're coming out with is mind blowing, right? So if you can take your blood yourself, or not even take blood, and they doing everything better, like, are you really gonna go to the doctor anymore? Are we
Right.
going to the doctor in the next 5 years?
I don't know. I still think that we're gonna go to the doctor. I think I sent you that clip, which I was really shocked at how Ben Affleck articulated how AI should work as a tool. I still think that we're gonna go to the doctors, 'cause at the end of the day, it's like we don't know, like what KC, what you said is that we have to ask about what we don't know. Like, and we have to, and most people aren't, we're going to go and ask us, hey, what is this blood test, or what does this test mean if we're putting it into AI? And then it's going to go ahead and tell us. But then do we have a follow-up conversation? Do we know what questions to ask? Do we know what doctors
Mm-hmm.
would ask those type of
Mm-hmm.
questions? And what
Yeah.
Sally Frank, is that I think that because she works at Microsoft and she's able to go ahead and be a like she helps the startups get funded and also get out there. The big thing with her is that if she's helping those healthcare companies, is it going to come with that bot? Is it going to come with the bot that's going to go ahead and ask you those precise follow-up questions? Or are we still going to be stuck in the same way where we're basically using AI almost as a companion or as an assistant, and we're not getting the proper medical assistance that we really need because we're not asking that one question that could be life changing, you know?
Right. Because like right now in that situation, you're asking the doctor, you get some blood work and it's negative or whatever. You're saying, what does this mean, right?
Yeah.
You're going back to the doctor asking that question, and they have the expertise to answer it. But instead, if you can now say upload this blood work and then say what question should I ask the
Yeah.
doctor, and expand upon it. And so one question might be, you know, this this implies that my kidney function is not the same. There's so much further you can go by saying, what question should I ask now? And again, that goes back to, like I said, I think it's a muscle that we are already using that a lot of people aren't, and it's just using it as a co-pilot to kind of think through everything that's happening throughout a day. That's why I had that posted up in my on my monitor. What would AI say or whatever? Like, when you really start thinking about it, every single decision or thought or whatever that you have throughout the day, there's something you could gain from it if we remember to use it and we're asking the right questions.
To me, Perplexity does that very well. Like, if you put a detailed search in it comes with 4 or 5.
Oh yeah. At the
And,
bottom, right? Yeah, I
oh yeah,
love that too. Yeah, it's
there,
like, oh, I
there,
didn't even think of
there's
to
a
ask that question, right?
yeah, there's a better than Claude's, better than
Right.
GPT, better than all of them. So instead of me, if I find this detailed information out about my blood work through Claude Perplexity, am I going to ask the doctor the follow-up question, or am I going to ask the LLM the follow-up question?
I think it's going to be the doctors who have a research background who are going to succeed versus the doctors who are just clinical. Because if
Mhm.
you got a research background, you're
Mhm.
willing to look at different answers versus what you learned in a book. And
Mhm.
and those people who just are going off of what they learned in the book in medical school and their experiences with patients versus what else could be the reason behind something, those are the ones I think will fall off.
Like when regular people use this, is it going to be more of a panic thing? You know, like if you get your answers from ChatGPT after you submitted your blood work and your doctor, didn't tell you everything, like, hey, you got your blood work, and then he has to go see other patients, and then you got it, and he was scheduled for next week. And then what happens is that you're panicking and you're calling everybody. So I think there's going to be an uptake in like what you said, Casey, is like the need for like people who are researchers who can go ahead and quickly answer those common questions. But I do think if AI gets involved in this, it's going to cause a lot of like people are going to be scared at
That's
But
first.
isn't that
that's what
what we already do though? Like when the
I
doctor
was about
says
to say
something,
that.
Yeah, you
I've
go to
seen that.
Google
I've
and you
seen that
say something
happen.
and then you panic.
Yeah,
Everybody
I've
does
seen that.
that.
Like right now, we go to WebMD, right? You go to WebMD,
Right,
it's like,
exactly.
oh, I got, but now you have
Yeah, exactly.
AI. You
And
have
you're
your
about to
AI
die
talking to
tomorrow,
you.
right? After
Yeah, you
looking at
got your
WebMD.
AI talking to you, and you're like, yo, how come he didn't tell me this when he gave me the blood test? And it's
Right.
like, bro, like that kind of
Yeah.
takes a while.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah,
you know
Exactly.
what we was talking about when we was talking about that pen, ChatGPT pen coming out. I was thinking about when they can change that pen to use like holograms or actually even scan your body. Like that's
Well, I think,
gonna
well, I mean that I think they messed up, right? And surprisingly, you talking about the pen, the little
the
AI
gumdrop. Yeah,
companion thing.
be.
it's called that
Meta,
gumdrop. Yeah.
Meta got them, right? Meta got them. We were just talking about that, I think, last time with the
Meta got what?
glasses. They
Oh,
they got the head start on them with the glasses. That whatever they did over the holiday break, a million people got them, including Jay. I bought my daughter some. Like it's the new thing now with the glasses, and you could tell where they're going. The ones where you can do more stuff and has a wristband and all of that. It's like the first iPhone, and in another year from now, that one that costs $1,000, it'll be $300, and then they keep expanding, and it will have a hologram, and even that one thing that they can do. I mean, none of us really travel like that, but being able to translate on the go, like that's incredible. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like you can go anywhere and communicate with anybody.
yeah, that's all.
All yeah, that's I mean, and it's all a matriculation. Google Translate was that, and I've tried it in different countries. It was cumbersome, you know what I mean? But now you got that on your glasses, and it's natural to just stand there and talk to somebody, and they're talking back to you. That's a way bigger step up from what Google Translate was. Have y'all ever tried that? Being somewhere, like trying to talk to your phone and having
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
other person trying to talk to it
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
and
Oh,
reading it was a disaster.
right in front of my house. I didn't have to go over. I didn't have to leave this country.
Right, right. So yeah, I mean, I think the Meta glasses with that, I think they got a jump start on open AI on that. I think that probably saved Meta a lot since they hadn't been able to enter this. I mean, they're in the space for the AI space, but creating that product that changes their company a lot.
Meta got some 3D rendering. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, I think their metaverse is gonna come back too. I know they.
Really?
Well, I think with the glasses, it starts to change the possibilities of it.
What you
Like
laughing at, Jay?
yeah, by
Like a
by
metaverse.
itself, by itself, it was probably like only for gamers. Like, what are you gonna do there? You know what I mean? Except for play a video game, you can't do anything physical. But now with glasses, I think it could, AR and all of that. It could change the way things happen.
What's that thing called? When Pokemon Go
Yeah,
was a thing?
exactly. Yo, I saw like a month ago. I thought it wasn't a thing anymore, right? And it's like 50 people over here by me. I'm taking the kids to school. It's like 50 people, and they all standing around looking at their phone, and they talking amongst themselves, but they looking at their phone. Like, what are they doing? So I stopped and asked them. They back on Pokemon Go. And that's all augmented reality, and that was
Oh
the
my
first
gosh.
generation. So imagine what it can be in the future. I
Yeah.
mean, it could be, and I think that's where Meta, they might have something with that metaverse, if they still investing in it. I don't know how
Yeah.
we got here, but yeah.
No. I mean, we that's what we do. That's what we do. Because just to piggyback off that, because I was just uh I was watching the NBA Immerse on the Vision Pro, and that
Yeah.
that thing is it's
Where you sit
like,
courtside, right?
yeah, but why would you, like, even if you had the money, why would you go to the game if you have a
Right.
Immerse?
For
Like, you were able
popcorn
to
and hot
kind of,
dogs, right?
you were like, see, yeah, you just
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you were able to see the game. You were able to go ahead and see the score, the floor. Like, you were able to go and see everything. It felt like you were right there.
Yeah.
And
I
the
keep
Lakers were
forgetting to
trash.
do it because they only have certain games, right? It's a schedule. Because I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
I
yeah,
got the other one, the meta one. I don't have the
yeah.
big
So
boy one like you. But they got it too, but I kept missing. It was the game. It's like you got to remember when the games are on and all
yeah,
that.
because Spectrum was doing it, and it's not every game, but like I said, it's like you have that. Unfortunately, it's like a you experience. Like if they had like a community experience type,
Exactly.
it'd be a little bit better. But it's just you, and it's just amazing. It is.
That's coming. That's coming for sure.
All
right, this is a good one, right? I think this is a good one.
I got a little chopping up to do, but yeah.
Yeah. What's new in the world of SouL? We talked about control. What's new in the world of SouL? How did those shoes turn out? You got a review for us, Jay? Go to your Instagram.
Shoes are trash. Don't get me wrong. I think that people like, I don't know. Like Nike used to have Nike Mules, and they had insoles that you could go ahead and change, and it kind of did the same thing that these are supposed to do. But at least those insoles with the mules, like you were able to kind of feel the mule was just a heavy slide. Mm-hmm. But if you were sitting at your desk and you had put on like a different, I would say like you were more mindful as to what you were doing. Like your feet felt more grounded. But this is just a little bit more. I don't know. I like you can feel.
I got a question. I'm not the biggest fan. I got a better question. It doesn't matter how they feel or anything. Did they help with your ADHD?
No.
Well, never mind.
I'm just letting you know, man. If I had the Nike Mules, if I still had those Nike Mules, this would have helped, man. This would help.
Then you would have been focused.
Yeah, it would have been straight focused. But yeah, that's the SouL that I have for you guys.
What about? I think a follow up from my last one was Facebook dating. I didn't get a chance to circle back to it. Anybody get a chance? So we got to do that for the next episode.
Fishing with dynamite, yo.
All right, save it for the next one. Fishing with dynamite. All right.
Let me know. Too much. All right. We shouldn't have all this power. That's all I'm saying, guys. We should not have all this power.
Save it for the next one. All right, appreciate it. All right, good call. Thanks everyone for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Control the tools. Don't lose the soul.